Okay, so let's move on. Dive deep on and or not. So I believe like and or double quotes as well brackets we have pretty much covered. And now in today's session that we are going to cover, how do we utilize this not? So let's go to uh, the string which we have developed. Okay, let's take this string which we have created yesterday by looking at one particular JD. And also I gave you some homework. Not sure if you have created some of the searches used on this particular JD. If so, please feel free to ping in a chat. We'll review it one by one. But otherwise, before going there, let's cover up on not, and after not, we'll see. So yeah, this is the string which we have created yesterday. So SAAS JavaScript. As you see, now it started going beyond 32 keywords and it started telling us that SAAS or any subsequent words was ignored because we limit queries to 32 keywords. So whatever the keywords has been ignored by Google, those are the least number of with I mean like with with that particular keyword, there are least number of results comparable to the keywords which Google is showing us. Basically in the results. So let's say now SWS software as a service might have a least number of results, and that's reason it has excluded. Okay, so this is our search. Let's correct React JS also. All right. So now here we have a variety of results. Results from variety of blogs, variety of websites, all those stuff. But what we need now, if you see react.org, a tutorial React, a lot of tutorials and development related, then results from Quora, lot of variety of results. But what we need is actually individual profiles from variety of websites. What we need is actually individual resumes from variety of blogs or variety of websites. So in that case, what we do, we just come here. Let's search only for CV or resume. Addition to that, so cloud again, it has been excluded. And now here it says senior React AWS developer resume Dallas resume database hire IT people. That is basically one of the job portals based out of US, basically global. Live Career, Job Smart Recruiter, Naukri, Scopera, Upwork, LinkedIn, Docs, and again, CV is missing. So here we have a resume, but we do not have their contact detail. We just got it from one particular website called Hire IT People, which actually a resume database. And once we need access to this particular resume, then we'll have to pay them something. So, so, so here it is talk to the recruitment specialist. Are you hiring? So here again, we have a resume, but we do not have a contact detail or details of the person. So Google, let's take this part. So they have disabled right click also or the selecting also. Earlier, right click and selecting was enabled, but now they have disabled that too. Okay, so again here building Lambda, some results from the AWS developer guide. So all this we really don't want. What we need is a pure player resumes. So let's go and additionally, let's give Bangalore or Hyderabad, or let's say India. So Oracle is included. So now we started getting results from Naukri, Hire IT people, Hire IT people, LinkedIn, Indeed, Beam Jobs, Smart Recruiter, Edureka, all those part things. All right. So let's say we don't want Naukri in our Google search results. So in that case, instead of using not, NOT not, generally NOT not is used in capital letters on LinkedIn, Naukri, Monster, Dice, Career Builder, on such kind of a uh, portals or on such kind of a applications. But wherein when you're using not in Google, what we're doing is we're simply putting minus, minus, which are the keyword we wanted to exclude, like say Naukri. Naukri I wanted to exclude, minus Monster, minus Hire IT people. So let's say three keywords. You might ask me, can we put minus and Naukri or Monster or Hire IT people? No, in Google, it doesn't work like that. In Google, for every keyword that we wanted to exclude, we have to add minus, and in continuation, there shouldn't be any space after minus. In continuation, that particular keyword. If that particular space comes, then it will understand it as a additional keyword. We'll go there, but let's go step by step. First, now we'll minus Naukri, minus Monster, minus Hire IT people. That is not Naukri, not Monster, not Hire IT people. Okay. So React resumes, junior React developer. We got something Beam jobs, resume examples. Then again a LinkedIn. Then again a Indeed, Turing, Wyson, White Crow, portfolio. Okay. We got one resume, kind of. Required. This is again career IntelliJobs.ai. Okay, now let's say we'll minus careers also. Where did we use? I guess we have used not at the wrong place. Yes, we should not be using here. So whatever the keywords we need to exclude, that has to be put in a completely right hand side, completely at last. Why? We'll tell you. We'll come there. So minus careers.
Shiva, I have one question on this.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
can you hear me?
We can
Okay.
hear you.
So already it is excluding some, as we reached more than 32 keywords, it's excluding from Oracle onwards. Anything after Oracle, it's excluding. So
No,
if
no,
you
not
put
after
this,
Oracle, it's excluding. It's excluding only Oracle. What it's doing is that it's trying to understand a keyword which has a
okay,
least number of results and it started excluding those.
it's saying subsequent after that in the, please come out of this, click outside the, yeah,
Hmm.
any, and any subsequent words.
No, no. It means it's excluding Oracle. Otherwise, AWS, Amazon Web Services, Azure, you can pretty much see here.
Okay,
Yeah. So it's actually
okay.
excluding the keywords which are having a least number of results. And in that pattern, it keeps excluding those keywords. So now let's say minus Naukri, minus Monster, minus Hire IT people, minus careers. Okay, so we still got some results. Like Naukri, we still have Naukri, but let's see where Naukri, Naukri, Naukri. I think we have to shorten our keywords now. Naukri.com because It's reading as additional keywords. Let's shorten the keywords as we are going beyond 32 keywords. Okay, CV resume, Bangalore, India. Okay, Java, Python. Let's keep only React or React JS and let Google do its magic. Hmm?
हाँ क्या कर रहे हो
Hmm. Okay, so React or React JS, JavaScript.
Shiv, Shiv, can me?
Yeah, yeah.
Shiv, I had a patchwork. I messaged in the chat box. Not sure if you're getting the message.
Got it. We'll cover Vasudha. Give me some time.
Sure.
Okay, so we're just trying to reduce the number of keywords. So let's say we'll go cloud any which ways, which will capture Alibaba Cloud, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud. Just cloud keyword is enough. So now what we're trying to do, we're trying to understand unnecessary keywords. So cloud will capture all the variety of clouds. All right. So React, let Google do its magic. It will understand own synonyms of it. JavaScript, this one will remove. This has a least possibility of people writing it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I think this is decent enough. So we'll take a previous one. What was the search looking like? And then how did we reduce? Now let's take this part. Okay. So now let's see if we are still able to see Naukri monster. No, now we are not able to see. So jobs will remove jobs also. Minus Naukri, minus monster, minus higher IT people, minus career, minus jobs, minus sample. All right. So resume, SAMPL, yes. Again, minus samples. So beam job. Now I believe it's again going beyond 32 keywords. So let's further reduce.
Shiv, if you put two keywords within a bracket, for example, this resume hyphen, resume CV pipeline resume, is it considered like a single keyword or two keywords?
No, it's CV or resume.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, for no,
it's two keywords.
this is single. This
No, these are two keywords. CV is one keyword, resume is one keyword.
okay,
Otherwise, it will
okay.
consider only one keyword. For location, two keyword. For Java, Python 3, React 4, JavaScript 5, AWS 6. So it will go only 6 keywords in that case.
Right.
It will consider two keywords. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, space is a keyword or not?
it is required. After every not, space is required.
I'm asking space is a keyword or not?
Space is not a keyword. So query is 32 words. But we did not go beyond that. Now start reducing the spaces wherever we used or. So yeah, this is one of the use case when our keywords go on an extensive level and when it starts ignoring because of 32 keywords. In that case, what we do, wherever we have a or, we start removing the spaces before and after or.
You have removed that CV resume. The pipeline is removed instead of space.
So that, yeah. All right, let's take now and see in case if it's still giving us an error saying that we have gone beyond 32. If that is the case, then it's counting operators also as a additional. Yes, that is still counting total. Any which ways we started getting somewhere close to results, but let's start observing what are these results. Though that one exclusion is there, which is of Beam jobs, but that's still fine. Courses. Okay. So yeah, we have this individual profile with Java, React, AWS, are technologies which we were looking out for. Technical lead. So one is a phone number, github.io. This thing. Okay, awesome. We'll take this as an example. Tell you, this is some company page. Resume maker. This is also some resume making website. Star software engineer, Uber Technologies, vasantanam.com. Okay. Co-founder, CTO, Sharebit Health. Currently, they are in SFO, but in past, they stayed in India. Okay, talk to Vasantam. Got it. Contact, email, GitHub, phone. Tirth Patel. Okay. So now if you see, as we started excluding that kind of keywords like resume, like Naukri, Monster, uh, or such, whatever the websites which were actually job portals. What we did is we started excluding those particular keywords which are giving us results from the job portals. Basically, there are two types of web. One is a closed-ended, one is a open-ended. When I say open-ended web profiles are accessible through Google, but wherein closed-ended web profiles like Naukri, Monster, Career Builder, Dice, Hire IT People, these are the job profiles these are the job portals, and these are the profiles in this particular job portals which are hidden, which are protected by web. Once you pay, then only you'll be able to get the access to those particular sites. But if you basically look for a site, a personal blogs, or a LinkedIn or personalname.com, something like that, then these are those sites where the resumes are accessible. So now if we started excluding these Naukri, Monster, Hire IT People, Career Builder, careers, jobs, samples, Beam jobs, once we start excluding these kind of keywords, we are arriving at the solution where we started seeing some of the resumes which are available, openly available on a web. All right. Ashish Patel, Gmail. Okay, Jamshedpur. Full stack, UI, UX, React, JavaScript, Vue.js, Python. Somewhere or the other, cloud and AWS must be there. MongoDB. Udemy Online. Pradeep Bomireddy. Awesome. Okay. So let me come back right from the beginning again. So what we have done, there are a couple of people who just joined and asking. So what we have done, yesterday we pretty much covered and dive deep on and or double quotes as well the brackets. Today what we were doing, we were actually trying to understand what is not and how does it work. When we use not, N-O-T, not in capital letters on Naukri, LinkedIn, Monster, basically it will exclude those particular keywords which are not required. But at the same time, when we are using not in Google, we don't really have to use not not. Rather, what we do is we'll exclude the keywords by giving a minus, and that particular keyword should be in continuation. There should not be any space like this. If there is a space like this, then it will start considering Naukri.com as an additional keyword. But when we put minus Naukri.com, then Google will understand, okay, now this human do not want Naukri.com in their search results. Let me exclude that Naukri.com, or let me exclude that monster, hire IT people, careers, all such keywords, and let me show the results. So similarly, we arrived at the solution. So here what was happening? We were going beyond the 32 keywords. Then we tried reducing. Then we have created one more string like this, which was again not satisfying the. So what we have done, uh, as it was going for a beyond the 32 keywords, we have reduced the number of keywords. Like here, what we did, instead of typing React.js in 4 different format, we just written in 2 different format, React and React.js. JavaScript, instead of writing again in a 4 different format, we just written JavaScript here in a 4 different format, but we removed this extra JavaScript. where we had a Java space hyphen space script, which unlikely the people might write. And then what we did, AWS, we removed this Amazon Web Services. No, we removed this Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, Google Cloud, because the cloud keyword should be enough. It will fetch all the cloud. And then we removed a couple of more keywords. Though it was giving us a results, but again it was giving us an error that we are excluding 32 keywords. Though we were close to 29 some odd keywords, but it was telling we are still crossing beyond 32 keywords. Then what we did, we started removing the spaces before and after or. As I mentioned in our previous sessions, that will let you know when to remove the spaces before and after or. This is one of the use case where our search strings are becoming lengthy. Then that's where we started removing the spaces before and after or. Then we started removing before and after spaces. And then again, we reran the search. When we reran the search, whatever we have given in a not, that has been excluded. But if you see beam jobs, any subsequent keywords was ignored because we limit up to 32 keywords. So what does it means? Keyword doesn't mean only the list of keywords, but it's also counting the space actually in across. However, what are the keywords we given such like this has been lastly excluded. And that's where we did not get any such keywords. And instead, we started arriving at some of the results which has this individual profiles. It could be from their blog, it could be from their website, it could be from the variety of results. And which has that particular keywords. How to
Shiv,
still note down?
I have a question.
Yeah,
Shiv, mostly, you know, all the recruiters who are currently employed or probably freelancing or consulting on their own, they have Naukri accesses, right? So in
mhm,
few cases they will not be having. So why are we excluding Naukri? Because Naukri is something where we will get the data, isn't it?
exactly. So there are two different types of data. One is like cloud, which is available in cloud, and one is like hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of uh, cloud as well as server. So when I say the two different type of a data, one is a cloud, which where the information is available publicly, like LinkedIn, their personal blogs, GitHub, and all. And hybrid cloud is basically hidden, which is web protected. Now in Naukri you go, okay. So if you have Naukri login, you can directly log in into the Naukri and access the profile. But you cannot X-ray Naukri. You have to, what you have to do, you have to sign in directly through the portal and access the resume. So though we are seeing a list of results from Naukri, and once you open that, it will ask you to pay, get the access, then only will show you the result. We'll have to apply those particular filters directly in Naukri. Then only it will show us a result. We cannot X-ray Naukri, Monster, LinkedIn, or any such because these are a closed-ended data, which is web protected. Though we'll get the result on a high level, but all those would be advertisement. It would not be a uh, this one. What we say, like if we see, okay, now we got a result from the Naukri. So it's about the jobs it's showing. That is something we don't want. So though those keywords are reflecting over here, but those are all the advertisement.
Hmm.
Here you can see a job advertisement. It's not a resume advertisements.
Hmm.
And then register. After registering, it's asking. Then after registering, again we can't. Let's say now I registered, I logged in, and again I'm trying to X-ray. We can't X-ray. I have to perform a search in Naukri itself. Now if you see the keywords, whatever we have given here, it's punching in over here, but it's showing the
Hmm.
results of means a list
Job.
keywords which has a maximum results. It's punching in over here and it's showing the results of jobs. We don't want these jobs. We want a resumes. And to access resume of Naukri, Naukri will ask you sign in, then only you perform a search. And from Naukri platform only I have to perform a search. I cannot perform a search from Google and get into the Naukri. But wherein same thing if I do with LinkedIn, I don't have to perform a search directly on LinkedIn. I can perform a search on Google and it will show us the results. That will cover in a next couple of sessions. Not now, because presently we are covering only and or not, double quotes and brackets. Let's try understanding that. Then that would be a next level. What kind of a data can be X-rayed? What kind of a data can't be X-rayed? For your question, the answer is Naukri is basically a closed-ended, which is web protected. And for such websites like Naukri, LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, Naukri, Monster, Dice, Career Builder, we will not be able to access the data because they are web protected in simple. And we have to pay, upgrade, and we have to perform a search on those particular platforms, on those particular websites, on those particular application. We can't perform a search from Google and go there and get the data. So that's the thing. And again, there is an
Sure.
open-ended data which is cloudly available, something like this, their own personal websites or GitHub or anything as such. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, Shiv, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah, Shiv, just one question. When we
Mm-hmm.
start searching for these profiles,
Mm-hmm.
at the starting, do we make it clear that we are searching from LinkedIn only or specific portals? That clarity
No, no,
we
you
need
go ahead and
to
search anywhere,
definitely have
wherever you
at the
want. End of
starting.
the day, you should be able to get the resume.
Okay, but then again, we will need to have that login access also, no, from those portals also to extract the CV.
We are not going to use Naukri, LinkedIn,
Like you
Monster.
said,
Hmm. So Naukri definitely we are not going to use.
can just say again. Okay.
Naukri we are not going to
Can we
use.
include
Yeah.
Can we include?
sir
Huh.
LinkedIn?
We'll cover. Not now. We'll cover that later. First, try understanding the concept of and or not double quotes and the brackets. We'll go step by step. Okay. So now, in most of the profiles, if you're saying this logo and Gmail and then this logo is reflecting when we go to the individual profiles. Okay, now let's say we will give an additional keyword. Okay, so how this emoji came on Windows laptop, Windows plus dot, and on Mac, it's command plus, no, on Mac you don't need, on top bar itself, you have that emojis. So from there itself, you can pick it up. But wherein on window, it's Windows plus dot.
Sir,
Then you'll get this emoji one. Hmm?
Yeah. Can you teach once again? Yeah.
Okay, so this is Windows. Not this.
The right one has you.
Hmm? Okay,
The right
on
picture
this is
had that
Windows.
window
This
keyword.
one, this one.
Window
You see,
picture.
this is Windows. On Windows laptop, you
Yeah.
have to search for this four square plus dot. Wherever you have this full stop, a dot, both at the same time you press, you'll get that emoji wala thing. Uh, this is Windows. It could be Foursquare or it could be like this. Windows plus dot. You have to press both at once and then you'll be able to see. Dot is this one. This one is a dot. What you need to do, you need to press
Sure.
this Windows plus dot, then you'll be able to see this emojis. So Windows plus dot at the same time. So like this, it could also be WIN when like this. It could be a Foursquare. It could be a wavy Foursquare. Depends on which laptop like this wavy Foursquare. Like this. Depends on what kind of a keyboard you have it, external keyboard or laptop keyboard. But look for this Windows. So here it is Windows plus dot. It is L like this Windows plus dot. Instead of L here, you have a Windows plus L. Here it is Windows plus dot.
Sure.
The search for,
I got that.
yeah,
Yeah, that call you searched and you got the call symbol. No, that I am not getting. How did you get that?
now let's say Windows
I
plus
got
dot.
this emoji once you click on the.
Now search for call, search for email, search for monkey, search for honey, search for tiger, search for cat, search for king, search for search. So you search for anything, you'll get it. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Shiv, I
Okay.
had a question.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just missed out in between. So, what is the use of this call option and this email?
We are coming there. Now call
This,
or
what is the use of
email.
this?
Yes, we are coming there. Email. All right. So we got a list of results. Now we're further tick, tick, tick. I think here it is. Okay. Here. So let's say Windows plus dot call or Windows plus dot email or gmail.com. Okay. We still further fine tuned a slightly a little more.
Gmail spelling is not correct, Shiv.
GMA. So any which ways we had a list of individual profiles on from their web results, but we still further added, we started seeing that, okay, fine, these people are mentioning like this email emojis or a call emojis, something like this. Then I thought, okay, fine, why don't we use that or anything at gmail.com could be their personal email IDs. Now you see, we started getting a list of results with that icons. Okay, so keyword doesn't necessarily mean that only alphabets are a keyword. Keyword can also be icon. Awesome. Under GitHub. At Gmail. At Gmail. This must be some resume building site. That particular call. Outlook, that particular email. Yeah. So, tuk, 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 tuk. I'll just take this search. I'll just keep it here. Okay, so I'll just take a pause. Any doubts on how to use not and keywords? Not necessary means it's only a alphabets. Keywords can also be emojis, emotions, or some images. Something like, let's say we now search for only keywords. Now you see, we started getting these results with emojis. Stack out by emojis, full emoji list. Emojis, 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 emojis. Very few, but yeah. There is something wrong here. Hmm. Okay, so why this emoji? Sometimes we must see on resumes, they are using these emojis to mention some achievements, to mention their contact details, to mention their email IDs, something like call for phone numbers. That email emoji, basically this one for showing that, okay, fine, this is my Gmail ID or anything as such. So that's where we are also implementing these emojis in our searches so that we are also getting a probability of identifying openly available profiles on web with their contact details. We'll further fine tune going as we um, uh, go on our path of learning. But yeah, I'll just take a pause on a basics. Just try to. That's the reason we're stressing so much on a basics, because this basics has to be clear and in depth. Though we are saying this is only and or not, but how we can use this and or not, those double quotes, reducing the spaces, increasing the space, a concept of writing a strings, that is the most important part. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts on how to use not? On Google, it's simple. Just use minus, and whatever the keyword you wanted to exclude, that keyword should be in continuation. Now let's say if that keyword is not in continuation, I just remove one minus space Naukri. You see what happens. We started getting the results from Naukri, because it has understood that Naukri as an additional keyword, but it did not understood that Naukri that we wanted to remove it. Similarly, let's say we remove it from now. You see, again, we started getting those Naukri, jobs, all those stuff. Because that is understanding those keywords as an additional keyword, but not as a operator driven by not, where we need to exclude those keywords.
Shiv,
Yeah, and the beauty of Google is the more you search, the more relevant results it keeps showing you. But you'll have to keep on searching. Yeah, please tell.
why are we giving minus job and minus jobs? Anyway, it will find out what wherever job is there, it will remove it off, right? Why are we giving twice? Any concept behind? Just wanted to
Let's
understand.
don't give that. Okay. So if we keep jobs like that, see here, job listing. We don't want such results. Jobs. We don't want such
No, we
results.
can give only minus job, right? We can give
Minus
only
job.
minus job instead of giving minus jobs also. It
No, we'll have to give minus job, minus jobs, minus career, minus careers, minus sample, minus samples. Because when we're using this particular keyword, it might not exclude. See, in inclusion, definitely it's trying to look for a synonyms of it. But in exclusion, it might not look the synonyms of the exclusion. In that case, I can just put minus Naukri. It should exclude all beam jobs, monster, all those stuff. Because those are the synonyms of it or similar to it. But why it is not excluding? Because we are not specific. So in inclusion, definitely that suggestions will go, a synonyms will come. But wherein in exclusion, we definitely have to use minus job, minus jobs. Let's remove either one
okay.
of them. Now it has gone beyond. Let's remove either one of them. So job we got here. Job listing again.
Yeah, number of results are same, like
Job again.
3,60,000.
Jobs again. So definitely we'll have to
Okay.
exclude that. Minus jobs. Okay, another use case. Okay, let's take this search. Can we write something like this? Okay, because in you must say that okay, in LinkedIn, Naukri, Monster, Dice, Career Builder, we are using not something like this. Okay. So not Naukri, Monster, higher IT people, career, jobs, jobs, samples, samples. What will happen if you give like this? So it will consider those these keywords as a additional keywords. It will not exclude, rather it will include, and it will understand not also as an additional keyword. Now you see we started getting all those results. Jobs, resume database, higher IT people. It's a mix of. So that's reason. Generally, how do we use not in LinkedIn? Something like this. Now let's go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn or any other job portals. Okay. Java or Python and SQL or no SQL. One operator, one, two, three. Okay. And cloud or AWS. Okay. So now let's say current company, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, AWS, TCS. All filters I'll go. Company, not Amazon or AWS or Google or Microsoft. Now go. Now you started seeing that Amazon, Microsoft, Google started getting excluded. And the way we use not here is slightly different. Not space, open the bracket, Amazon or AWS or Google or Microsoft. Similarly, let's say we started getting a result SDE, backend, Python, data science, data engineer, SD3. So let's say all filter. Now from title, we'll remove SDE. All okay.
Shiv, can we remove that space after the not?
No, LinkedIn is not removing and mentioning the space driven. LinkedIn has a strict algorithm. that we have to follow. Not space, open the bracket, data, or so here we are using or we are not using minus. And not also we are using NOT.
We can use pipe here, Shiv, in
No,
LinkedIn.
pipe is Google operator.
Okay.
LinkedIn is or and or not. Show results. Okay, now you see that thing gone. Data is coming. Let's see all filters. Not data. Big data is coming. So it has a different algo, though it is excluding that data engineer, data science, but it's still mentioning that big data. It's taking that big data as a single keyword and it's trying to show us. Data science is still coming. Title, I don't think, okay, we are excluding title. We are not excluding headline. This is basically a headline, but not a title. Though there is a data, but that's a headline. There's a difference between headline and a title. So this is headline. And these are the titles. Strange, that is still coming. Where is it? Let's use not data, not science. Generally, this is not the use case to use not in LinkedIn. Still coming. Companies, definitely it's working, but where is the title? Let's see. Okay. And not data. So I guess we went beyond 5 operators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's remove this part. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that data is gone from everywhere because we directly excluded in the keyword itself.
I could still see data structure somewhere, Shiv.
Data structure, if it is a single keyword or data hyphen structure, you'll be able to see scraping data from IMBD, series data to C. That is still coming. That's a strange. But let's see these results. Data, big data is still fine. That's a single keyword. This we are going to view it.
So we can check that grouping again because we removed multiple keywords. The bracket may be something wrong.
No, we just removed one keyword, data. That's it. So data space structures, that's still coming. Any which ways, we are on a free version of LinkedIn, but in Recruiter, this will not happen. On free version, though, it's trying to understand and trying to give us a result with the assumptions. But wherein if you use a Recruiter, that probability is very less. So that is still coming. Otherwise, this all should go, in fact.
And Shiv, under company we have used not and or, right? Would there be any limit there also, like only 5
Under
operators
company,
should
it's
be
working
used?
perfectly fine. Yeah. Everywhere that 5 operators only. Maximum up
Okay,
to 5 operator. You use 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. You can do that. So wherever you
got
see
that.
drop down, it's unlimited. You can go up to 100. But wherever you see a text entering like this, it's a 5 operators.
Mm.
There is a separate session on uncovering LinkedIn. In that, I'll cover all those stuff. But otherwise, for an example, let's say
Understood.
now if we have said not Amazon or AWS or Google or Microsoft, it started excluding those companies from the search results. Earlier, what happened when it wasn't there? Let's say we remove this
Mm.
one, show results and current companies. We started getting that Amazon, Google, Microsoft, all those stuff. But similarly, when I go to all filters, come down, not Amazon or Google or Microsoft or what's the Tata Consultancy has variety of ways of writing. So that will go lengthy. Now that particular companies has gone. So that's how we use not
Sure.
on LinkedIn Naukri Monster, NOT not, which has to be in a capital letters. Before and after, not we need a space. And then what are the keywords we need to exclude? We should include in bracket something like or data or engineer or Python or developer or anything like that. But that probability is very less because we are using Java, Python, SQL, NoSQL, and excluding a word data. Here, what we're saying that you give me these things, which are again a databases, SQL and NoSQL, and at the same time, what we're saying, you don't give me data. So definitely LinkedIn is trying to understand, but at the same time, the probability of a profile having SQL and NoSQL and not having data in their profile is very less. And that's the reason we still see some false positive result because the probability is very less. Where someone has mentioned SQL or NoSQL, which are actually a databases, but not data, the probability is very less. So that's the reason we still see some false positive results.
Shiv, I have one question.
Okay.
Yeah, out of curiosity only. So when you apply the filter on the company, right? So
Hmm.
you have put not open the bracket AWS and or Google. So instead of or, if you use and, just out of curiosity, so because it may my intention is to exclude the person who is earlier worked on Google and Amazon, for example. So will that work? And instead of or, you can exclude
Okay.
Microsoft, but
Now
do
let's say you don't want a person. So here what it's doing, it's excluding a person either
either.
from
Okay.
Amazon or from Google or from Microsoft from their current or past companies. Now let's say
Yeah.
we make this or as and, then it will only
Yes.
exclude people who has worked at all these three companies. But still there's a probability that the person might have been working on either of the company.
Okay. So this and will work with or, but not operate. It will work.
Okay, now let's say I don't want people or a person who has worked at Amazon and Google and at Microsoft in all the
Yeah.
three companies who has never worked. Let's see if we still get Amazon, Google. The reason because these are the people who would have worked at least at Amazon or Google. What and is doing, it's excluding all the three companies. It's excluding only
Yes.
those profile who has worked at all the three companies. But it's showing us a result who are working on either of the company, either Amazon, either Google or Microsoft.
Thank you.
Understood?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. That's a very good question. Not Amazon and Google and Microsoft. What it will do, it will only exclude a profile of a person who has worked in all these three companies. Not Amazon or Google or Microsoft, it will exclude a profile of people who has worked in past or present in either one of these companies.
Can we discuss the homework?
Huh?
Yeah, Shiv, just one question on this and or just can you just show that company these spaces are really required here or not in this case,
I'll
LinkedIn?
tell you. Let me just run up these two examples parallelly. Okay, here we have not Amazon and Google and Microsoft. Here we'll go not Amazon or Google or Microsoft.
Yeah. So within bracket, these spaces are required. Before not and after not is required.
LinkedIn required.
Understood.
LinkedIn has a strict algorithms of following that particular space, using that and or not in capital locks, all everything. In LinkedIn, definitely it is required. Okay. Now let's say here we have given this, and here we have said not Amazon or Google or Microsoft. And we went to current company. We did not see anyone from Amazon, Google, or Microsoft. Now in another search, we have mentioned Amazon and Google and Microsoft and said show results. And then we went to the current companies. We still see a results from Amazon and Google. The reason because